Welcome to the Reese Report. I'm the mouth of North Andrew Reese, and I am back with my boys, Jose Carlos Gomes and his beautiful Thunder Cox sweater, and Gil Santos, who's ready to go because he got his Christmas wish, people. All the teams he needed to lose lost, and the Packers went to Miami and won because Tua got a concussion and threw 3 picks and got shut out in the second half. So now we have the Vikings and the Lions to end the year for Gil to maybe get a playoff spot. Oh, it's going to be interesting. He's excited, and we're excited as well because Gil now is on a roll. He went 13 and 3 last week again to cut the lead to 4 with Jose, who had 9 wins last week. I'm way out of it with 11 back, but we'll see if I can catch up. But it's a two-horse battle right now. Jose's you're still sweating there a little bit.
Mm,
No, no.
no,
All
lots
right.
of games
Well,
left. Lots of
please
games.
just don't fall apart like Jimmy G. Okay. Now let's get to our
No, I
picks.
won't.
Let's get to our picks here. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And boy, do we have a surprise for you after this show. So stay tuned for what's bothering us because Gil's going to be bothered. But let's get to our picks. Let's start with the ugliest game of Thursday game of the year as the Dallas Cowboys go to Tennessee to take on what's left of the Titans. No Henry, no Tannehill, no nothing against the full strength Cowboys team. We don't have to waste too much time on this. Jose and Gil, who do you have?
Dallas.
Yeah, I have Dallas.
I also have Dallas. The Titans are done. They need to change the quarterback and they need to fire the GM. Or did they already fire the GM?
They fired the
They
GM
fired
Okay,
already.
him.
yeah.
They fired him already. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get a new GM. Trade Hollywood Brown for nothing, and then you expect the team to do better. Another game I'm not going to waste too much time on. New Orleans, who somehow found a way to beat the Browns last week, they go to Philly to take on the Eagles with or without Hurts, Gardner, Minshew Magic. I got the Eagles. Gil,
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Eagles as well.
Jose.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles at home. They need this game to clinch that first overall seed, and this is a game that I see them doing it against.
Yeah. Um, Now we get to the interesting games of the week. The Chicago Bears go to Detroit to take on the Lions in a game Gil needs the Lions to lose. Gil, let me guess who you're taking.
I'm taking the Lions
Oh, wow, I'm shocked. Okay. Oh, I'm surprised. Okay.
because
Why?
because because we're gonna take out the Lions on the last week out of the
Oh,
playoffs.
I see how it's gonna work. So you're both gonna finish 8 and 8 or 9 and 7, and the winner takes it all.
Hmm?
Now you realize you got a problem with the Reds, the Commanders, 7-7-1. You got the Giants in there. You need a few more teams to lose.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know. Well,
All
the
right.
Giants are okay. Um, the Giants are okay, but it's the Commanders that I need to lose.
All right, Gil, shake your computer because you're frozen. Jose, what do you got?
This one's gonna be a tough game to pick, man. But Chicago is just Fields right now,
Yep.
so he can't do everything by himself. So I'm gonna take Detroit at home, and they need this game for the win. So I'm taking Detroit.
I'm going to take Detroit. Chicago's defense is awful. Detroit should be able to outscore the Bears. Expect a high scoring game, but for the Lions to win it, it won't knock out the Packers. So that's, I think, why Gil took the Lions. Um, have you been impressed with Fields, Jose? Do you think that the 49ers could have used Fields instead of Trey Lance?
Um, he's showing what his abilities is run and I think for the 49ers offense, I don't think we needed a Fields. I think Trey Lance does the job and he's younger. And listen, for Shanahan to pick Trey Lance ahead of Justin Fields, that means that he had more confidence in Trey Lance's abilities than Justin Fields.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're both. He's improved, but he still needs a lot of at least an offensive line around him to protect him
Yeah.
because that guy's getting sacked like 7 times a game. Like it's,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he even survives
Yeah.
like majority of the games.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They got to
so
get him some help. They got to get him some
yeah,
help. I'm just wondering what he could have done in that 49ers offense, but it's not fair because we haven't seen Lance yet. But we'll see what happens next year. Now we go to a game that Gil, yes, Gil. I'm going to start with Gil on this one. The Carolina Panthers were suddenly one of the hottest teams in the league with that running game and their new coach. They go to Tampa to take on the absolutely awful Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Gil, who do you got in this one?
I'm with Sam Darnold, the gunslinger.
There we go.
It's happening, guys. Carolina's gonna be in that playoff somehow. I feel
And
it.
by the way, guys, I picked them to be a wild card, and they might win the division. So that's how much I know. Jose
where's this game in Tampa Bay?
in Tampa Bay.
Nah, Brady's taking over, and he's gonna win the division.
I'm taking the Panthers. I've seen enough of Tampa Bay this year. They're an awful offense. They can't stop the run. I think the Cardinals are going to win this. I think the Panthers are going to win this game. I've lost complete faith in Tampa Bay. Tom Brady clearly is not playing at the best of his abilities unless they're in the 2 minute drill. When they're running their regular offense, they look awful, and I can't deny it. So I'm going to go with the Panthers for, I guess, a mini upset. I think it's a pick 'em this game anyhow. Now we go to a game that I'm not going to spend any time on other than to make fun of Gil Santos. Gil, the Broncos fired their coach. Russell
They should
Wilson,
fire the quarterback. Never
yeah,
mind. They should release
they
the
need to fire
quarterback.
the quarterback who says he wish he could have played better. Like even when he
Yeah.
talks, he sounds like an idiot when he talks. They got blown out 51-14 by a depleted Rams team with Baker Mayfield at quarterback. Boy, if you there was no way the coach is going to survive that. But unfortunately, Broncos fans, you're going to have to deal with Russ for one more year because it's a $100 million cap hit if you release him next year. They go to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. I got Kansas City. Gil,
Yep, same.
Jose.
Same here. Kansas City should win this game.
To the game that's very important for Gil and makes me laugh a lot. Tony Barbosa's Colts, who look like the worst team in the league, go to the Giants to take on the G-men. Gil, will you get the hope that you need?
Uh, I know. I wish, but no, the G-men will win, and they'll get the playoff spot.
Yeah, this is the problem with the Packers getting in. I can't see the G-men losing to Indianapolis at home. Even Daniel
But if they
Jones can't
do,
screw this up.
but if they do, it's the next week. It's all open.
Yes, I have the G-men. Gil has the G-men. Gil's giving up his dream. Jose.
Yeah, the G-men should win this game, but Indy looks in shambles. Nick Foles last week was just throwing picks everywhere.
He looked worse than Matt Ryan.
Yeah, they were trying to throw it down the field, and he's throwing it overthrowing wide receivers.
It was ridiculous. Yeah.
That team has, when you have Santana Moss as your
Yeah.
running back, like you're in trouble. Like
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Disaster. Now we go to a team that suddenly it looks like a division winner, the Jacksonville Jaguars, who look very scary to me. They got a lot of weapons. They've got a quarterback that Gil threw under the bus that now looks like a Pro Bowler. They're going to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm so pissed off I did not take the Texans last week. I watched this team beat a full strength Tennessee team last year when they needed the number one seed. Why I didn't take them again this year, I do not know. They went into Tennessee and they won. But they're not beating Jacksonville. I got the Jags. Jose?
Yeah, me too. I got Jags.
Gil, are you afraid of Trevor Lawrence?
No, I'm not afraid of him, but
He's
I
better than you
believe
thought, though.
yeah, he's getting there. He's he's moving the ball pretty well. So, but yeah, I'll take I'm gonna take the Jags as well.
I can't imagine they'll choke this game, but we'll see. This game is a non-factor game, I believe, because I think Atlanta's out of it now. Arizona goes to Atlanta. We have two backup quarterbacks with depleted teams. One team, they both have running backs, so we should see a lot of running in this game. I have no idea who's going to win. Jose, you got any clue?
I just, based on what I saw that last week, their defense played good. Arizona, they were getting pressure on Brady and stuff like that, and they have James Conner still there to run D Hop. So I'm taking Arizona at home.
So Jose is going with Marty McSorley. I mean, something McSorley. Gil.
Yeah.
Arizona, Atlanta. I'm gonna take the Falcons.
So you like Stritter or whatever this guy's name is from Cincinnati?
Well,
Riddler,
yeah,
right?
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it is. I'm gonna Riddler.
Whoever he is.
Well, Gil needs Cordell Patterson to do something in this game, so maybe that's why he's taking it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Atlanta just because they should be able to run Arizona out of their building. I watched the Denver team with Mark Rippon beat them up, so I'll take Atlanta in this one. To the game that Gil was just talking about, the Cleveland Browns, who somehow look worse offensively with Deshaun Watson without him, go to Washington to take on the Commanders, who all of a sudden decided that Carson Wentz needs to come back. Jose, who do you got?
I'm gonna take Washington at home. They need the game. They got Chase Young back last week. They played good against the 49ers until the second half.
I told you it'd
Until
be a
half,
beatdown, Jose, and it was a beatdown.
yeah, not until halftime. Halftime was only, I think they were only up by 3 or
Yeah, the
whatever it was.
49ers defense stopped them on
Exactly.
4th and 1 twice because they can't deal with our defense.
Yeah, I know our defense is the best, but they're not playing the 49ers defense this week, right? So they're playing a Cleveland team that lost to at home to New Orleans. So they're an unpredictable team. I'm just taking Washington because Washington needs this game to try to make the playoffs. So I'm taking Washington.
I hate Carson Wentz, but I have to agree with Jose. I'm taking Washington. Just because they're at home and their defense is good. Gil?
Well, I'm gonna go Cleveland because just as Watson came back, I think Wentz is coming back. I think Washington calling this shot is a really bad move on their part
I
because
agree.
with Wentz, Commanders were really doing nothing anyways, and
Yeah.
then and they put Henneke in there, and Henneke started winning them the games. And all of a sudden, he
Yeah.
loses one, and they put Wentz back in. As a Packer fan, I'm happy about that
Yeah.
news.
Yeah.
So,
I don't disagree with you. Yep.
go
I think it's
go
a
go.
bad move. I do. I think it's a bad move, but I just think Cleveland looked worse last week than Washington. That's all. But you're
Maybe
going with
Cleveland,
Cleveland?
maybe Cleveland needs to put Brissett back as well.
Yeah, no kidding, eh? Like Watson looks terrible. Now I know he hasn't played football in 2 years, and it took Michael Vick at least a year before he came back after being off 2 years. But he looks awful. Maybe next year Watson will be better. But Gil's taking Cleveland.
Yep.
Now we go to a team that I'm not even sure what's left. I mean, they're going to start Bridgewater because I'm pretty sure that Tua is going to be out with a concussion for the rest of the year. They go to New England to take on a team that's just as lost as them. So Miami at New England. This has playoff implications. I honestly have no idea what to expect from either team. Jose, what's your best guess?
I'm just gonna go on gut feeling with this, and I'm gonna take Miami. I just think they have more firepower on. Well, they have a better offense than the Patriots have, and I think if they stick to the run game with Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson, they'll do fine. They have Tyreek Hill and Waddle. He went off last week too. So I think Miami has more firepower than the Patriots, and I know Patriots. I don't know. They need a whole new offense. Like get a coach, get like it's garbage. But so I'm just taking that.
Yo,
I'm going with I think Miami's gonna lose. I went with the Patriots on this one. Uh Tua's in concussion protocol. Bridgewater, when we were there, he looked shaky too. I think he only knows how to call like 5 plays. Miami might be in trouble.
yeah, I hate both of these teams. I've not guessed right on either one of them most of the year. Um, but I'm going to take New England because they're at home. Hoping that their defense can get to Bridgewater. Um, but I have zero faith in it. I'm just going to go New England, try to catch up a little bit here, just because it's Bridgewater instead of Tua. I didn't like how he looked earlier in the year either when he took over for Tua. So I'll go New England. Hopefully they can pull one out at home. To the suddenly falling teams of these two, the Jets and the Seabags. Both of them are falling apart. Geno's had his fun. Their defense now is falling apart. And the Jets are getting Mike White back and are still in a playoff spot. So this is an interesting game. Jose, who do you got?
Jets. Mike White's back. It's going to improve that offense. He's going to get the ball down the field to Wilson and all those offensive weapons that he has in the wide receiver. And their defense will hold up against Seattle. So I'm taking the New York Jets.
Gil, is Zach Wilson the worst number 2 pick ever?
One of them is up there.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty sure I can't think of anyone else who's worse.
Yeah, Ryan Leaf is worse than that.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Ryan Leaf. Okay, yes, I forgot he was number 2. You're correct, Jose. But yeah, he's pretty bad. He's up there with Jamarcus Russell, this guy, as one of the worst picks ever. Who do you got, Gil?
Well, I was gonna go with the opposite, but since White's playing, I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets because of White as well. Mike White can move the offense, and their defense should be able to handle Gil's friend Geno. I'm not going to spend even a second on this game. The Las Vegas Raiders have benched Derek Carr, and they're starting Jarrett Stidham against the number 1 defense in the NFL. San Fran wins by 30. Jose.
I don't know about win by 30, but they'll win this game. Yeah, they'll, dude. Like if you stop Arizona, Las Vegas's run game, they're garbage. They don't have no passing game besides Devontae Adams. So if you double team them, they're done. So yeah, San Fran should win, but they're not gonna win by 30. Calm down.
How much?
I say 17.
Okay, I'll go 21. I'll go 21. Gil.
Fine, I'll say 27. It's gonna be a beatdown.
It is.
This game's gonna be done by the first quarter.
Yeah. If you wanted to do teaser bets, guys, first quarter and first half are locks, and I think Brock Purdy will be out of the game by the second half. And by the way, Carr's not even dressing. So if you think he's gonna come in, he's not even dressing. He decided to go home because he's so pissed about being benched. So I don't even know who the backup is for Stidham.
They're benching him for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he's not, but he's not even the backup. They sent him home.
Devontae Adams is pissed, so that's be another problem.
That situation in Vegas is ugly, and McDaniels will be lucky. Actually, because of the co-owner, he'll be there next year, but he'll be lucky to be there next year. The Chargers clinched the playoff spot last week. Don't ask me how, because they've been very average all year. They play the Rams at home. Baker Mayfield all of a sudden looks like a Pro Bowler with no weapons. Don't ask me how. This is an interesting game because I don't think the Chargers can move up from where they are. I think they're going to be the 5 seed. So, Jose, who do you got?
I'm gonna go the Chargers just because there is a chance that they can move up. They can still catch the Ravens because they're one. I think it's like 2 games left.
The Ravens are second, right, in the division.
No, they're second in the division. Right. They're 10-5, and the things is like I think 9-6. I think.
So 5. It's a 5-6 situation. Okay.
Yeah, so they can go. They can still move up. And the Rams last week, they got lucky because fucking Russell Wilson last week played. I don't know.
Probably the worst game I've ever seen.
His teammates wanted to kill him. His defensive players wanted to kill him. It was disgusting. I just think the Chargers, they're getting healthier, and this team is dangerous if they're healthy coming into the playoffs. They're supposed to get Joey Bosa back. Supposed to get G.C. Jackson by the end of the season. Dude, watch out for this team with Keenan Allen, with Mike Williams. You see, and with Eckler, you see that offense. Like, okay, last week they struggled against a good. Indy played good defensively against them, but these guys can go off in any game. So watch out for the Chargers. But I'm taking the Chargers in this one.
Yo.
I can't trust the Rams.
I'm taking the Chargers as well. Allen's back. Chargers slowly are getting healthier. So we gotta go with the Chargers.
Okay, I'm going to take the Chargers too, but let me tell you, I have not been impressed with their offense all season long. And it's not just because of fantasy purposes. I've watched Herbert and he's been average all year. Maybe it was injuries and they'll be dangerous coming in because they're getting healthier. They've been good on defense. They have been much better in the last few games on defense, but their offense has not impressed me at all season long. But they should have enough to beat Baker Mayfield at home, so I'll take the Chargers. Ah, yes, here we go to the big game of the week. And I wish I could see Gil's facial expression on this one. As the Minnesota Vikings continue to win last second games, a 61-yarder from Greg Joseph won the game last week to add to the miracle wins that they've had all year. They go to Green Bay to take on the suddenly surging Packers. Uh, Gil, let me guess who you have in this game.
Oh, no doubt. Green Bay is they're doing that run the table thing right now, so I'm going to have to go with that.
Jose?
I'm going with Green Bay just because if Green Bay wins, the Niners get the second seed. So I want Green Bay to win.
I'm also going to take Green Bay. I like what I saw the last couple of weeks. I think Minnesota are frauds, even though they won last week. And this is a revenge game for week one. So I'm gonna take Green Bay, even though I think they're gonna get knocked out by the Giants this week. But Rodgers will still, make it interesting.
How would they get knocked out by the Giants?
Are they not this? Wouldn't that be the last spot?
No, Washington.
Washington is.
Washington is. So you have Washington though too. They would knock you out, correct?
No, Washington has to win both games. As long as
Okay.
Washington loses one, we're in.
Are you sure? Because Washington has the tiebreaker in the head-to-head when they beat you earlier this year.
No, we'll have more wins because they have a tie.
Oh, correct. You're right. Okay, so yeah, all right. Okay, Green Bay, do your job and beat Minnesota, and then we'll see next week when you got to play the Lions at home. Now to our rivalry game, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who found a way to win last week. I mean, the Raiders are awful. How do you lose that game? I don't know, but anyway, they're going to Baltimore to take on the Ravens, who are likely to start Huntley again, as Lamar Jackson doesn't have a contract and is not going to come back this season. Uh, Tougher game to pick as always, no matter who's playing. Jose, who do you got?
Um, I'm just gonna take Baltimore at home. Um, it's a tough game to pick. It's one of those divisional games. It's gonna both teams gonna be. It's gonna be one of those smash mouth football games like that is between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Um, so I'm taking Baltimore at home just because they have more to play for than Pittsburgh. So I'm taking Baltimore.
Gil.
I went with the Steelers. I just think Baltimore is going to run. The Steelers get the box there. I think that's it. They'll stop. All they have to do is stop the run.
I don't know who's going to win this game, but I'll tell you this, it's going under. It's going to be a very low scoring game, maybe 13-10, something like that. I'll take Baltimore because they need the game more. Um, and I think they'll find a way. The Ravens will find a way to win this game. And to our prize game of the week, the Buffalo Bills go to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. What a game this is going to be. It has major playoff implications. We could have a first seed on the line here. Huge game. Jose, who do you got?
Come back to me because I don't know.
Gil.
I'm going with Joey Burrows on this one. He's got Chase. He's got Chase back, Higgins back. This is a statement game for them. I'm going with Burrows.
Jose.
I'm going to take Buffalo, and I'm going to take it because they need this game to prove to everybody that they should be the number one seed and should be the team to beat in the AFC. So they need to win this game. So I'm taking Buffalo in this game.
I'm taking Cincinnati. They're one of the hottest teams in the league. I believe they're the Super Bowl favorite in the AFC. That will be my pick when we do our playoff preview later, unless something crazy happens injury wise. A fully healthy Cincinnati team, I believe, is the best team in the conference right now. They showed it against Kansas City. They're going to show it against Buffalo. I've got the Bengals in this one. So those are our picks for the week. Uh, Gil is looking to make a run, and he has made it very interesting. Let's see how many different picks they have here. Well, we got one, we got two, three, four, five, six different picks. So someone is going way ahead or someone's going way behind on this one. We shall see. Maybe I can make a comeback, although I think I have a lot of picks the same as Jose. Um, but we'll have to rely in the playoffs. But those are our picks, guys. But let me tell you something. You need to stay tuned because on what's bothering us, we're gonna have a special guest. And when Gil fixes his computer, you're gonna want to see his reaction to our special guest. But until then, I'm the most North Andrews. That's Jose Gomes, and that's a frozen in fear, Gil Santos. We will see you on the next Reese Report.